Testing, testing, one, two, three. Can y'all hear me out there in the world? If you can, let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna do while I'm talking and yapping, we'll just double check and make sure that we're good. So, welcome everybody. It's going to be yep. We definitely have sound. Um, Today is going to be a quick stream. We're going to try to do the next few levels of Over the Wire. So if you are just tuning in, we are doing Operation Appsec Rabbit Hole. We are on day 6 now. So far, we covered the basics of cybersecurity, and then we kind of went into the basics of Linux. And now, yesterday, we created our own virtual machines using Ubuntu, and actually created virtual machines using VirtualBox. And then we created a virtual machine for Ubuntu as well as Kali Linux. And then after that, we started to review Over the Wire and went through the first 5 challenges. Now, Over the Wire, I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen here. So as you can see, Over the Wire is overthewire.org war games, and we're looking at Bandit. So the object of Bandit is to learn a bunch of different Linux commands as you SSH into each level. In order to SSH successfully into each level, you would need to get the password, which you would get by finding the right file or finishing the challenge or the task in the previous level. So yesterday we started with level 0, and then we went to level 1, then we went to level 2, 3, and 4. So if you count level 0, that's the first 5. I'm thinking today we will probably do maybe a few more, see how far we get, because I know every challenge gets a little bit more difficult to you to navigate. They start adding more and more commands. So if you start with just level 0 or level 1, we started with just SSH, and then from there we started learning about the CD commands, the cat files, and stuff like that. And now as we get down here, I believe we're at level 5 going into level 6. So as you can see here, it's telling us that the password for the next level is stored in a file somewhere under the in here directory and has all of the following properties. There's human readable, is 1033 bytes in size, and it's not an executable file. So the commands we're going to need to learn for each of these would be ls, cd, cat, file, do, and find. Now we've used ls, cd, cat, and file already. And now do and find are going to be two new ones that we're going to be using. So if you click here, you'll actually be able to get a brief manual, like we did the man page in Linux, but you get the web version. So for du, the purpose of the do command is to estimate the file space usage. So then to run it, it would do, and then the option and the name of the file. So if we needed to use different arguments, we have the -O for 0, or -O for null. Each and output line with null, not new line, -A for all, -- for apparent size, capital B for block size, lowercase b for bytes, total, max depth, files in the form, files from. So that would be for do. And then find is, like I said, we used find in our Linux exercise for in Try Hack Me, but for this one we're going to be using it to probably find specific information. So again, it's been a long time since I've done Over the Wire, but I believe we're going to be basically using those files to look for certain things. So Didn't really give too much information there. But if you like like I said, if you like what we're doing so far, you can go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, so this way you're notified every time we go live. Shout out to everybody. Can you use dark mode? Yeah. Hold on one second. Are you saying use dark mode in Kali Linux? Hey, what's going on, Delta Kilo? Dr. Wolf says, can you use dark mode, please? Yeah, like I said, I will turn on dark mode in Kali when we move over to it. All right, so just give me 1 second. All right. So, all right. So, like I said, so let's go ahead and jump right into where we left off yesterday. Actually, I probably need to share my screen. Oh, crap. Hold on. Oh, seriously. All right. Hold tight, y'all. I think I messed up. It was the wrong password. All right, so we're just going to kind of speed. I guess we might just have to actually speed through the previous challenges. So give me 1 second. Let me go over here. It's telling me it's unable to access the camera, but I don't know why it's telling me to do that. All right, so all right, let's move over here, and we're just going to quickly review since I seem to have lost my password. So we started off with level 1 or level 0, and the code was Bandit 0. So we SSH into the machine, and now if we hit LS and we cat the README file, it will give us the password here. So we'll just go ahead and copy this, and now we'll exit out, and we will now go to level 1. So we're going to speed through these because we did these yesterday. So if you want to see the explanation, check out yesterday's stream. You can find that on our YouTube channel. So okay, so now we're at level 1. We've gotten here, and then remember this was a specific file that we needed to open like so. So we had to cat that file. So we'll go ahead and we'll exit out there. And now we can go into level 2. So like I said, we're going to kind of just go through these quickly until we catch up to where we left off. And we'll paste. All right, so now if we go here, there's spaces in this file name. And remember, we were saying in older versions of Kali Linux, whenever you if you try to write it out like spaces in this file name, it would you would have to use quotation marks when doing spaces in this file name, right? So in this file name, right? And that's how you would be able to cat the file. Now, with newer versions of Kali Linux, you don't necessarily have to do that. So we could just do spaces. Hey, what's going on, Canby? So now you do spaces, and then when you tab autocomplete, you can see it gives these slashes here to indicate that there are spaces in the file name. Okay, and then you get the same file. So we'll just go ahead and just double check. We'll copy the selection. We'll hit exit again. Now let's just clear our screen to get the fresh screen here. We'll move up to Bandit 3, which is level 4. And we'll paste the selection. So Canby, I lost the password. It wasn't working. So I have to basically just kind of run back and do this real quick. So in level 4, there's a file called in here. So if we cd into in here, and then we hit ls, you'll see there's nothing there. But if we do ls-la, it'll list all the information that lists all the files and documents that are in there, including the hidden files and documents. And you see here, there's one called hiding from you. So if we cat ... hiding from you and hit enter, you'll see now we were able to find that hidden file. So we'll just copy that. We'll hit exit. And now we're going to level 4 or Bandit 4, which is level 5. We hit paste from the password. And now we're here again. You see the in here folder. So we want to cd into in here, ls. And now you can see there are several different files. And what we need to do is determine which file has the information we're looking for. So in order to do that, we're going to use the wildcard. And we're going to do that by doing file / and then wildcard. And now, as you can see, it gave us all the information, right? So file 0 is just a data. So these are all just data files. Well, file 7 is an ASCII text file. So now if we cat that file, right? So if we cat file 007, I'm sorry, not 007, 007, file 07, there's our code. So now we are all caught up. So now we can go Bandit 5, which would be level 6. And now we'll put in the password. We hit enter. And we are in. So now when we hit ls, you'll see there's a folder called in here. Again, we're going to cd, so change directory to the in here folder. Let's clear our screen. And we can hit ls. And as you can see, there are a ton of folders. Okay. If we wanted to get more information on each of these folders, we can do ls-la. And now you can see, remember we were talking about the directories and permissions in the Linux fundamentals. So D stands for directory, which means, like I said, it's a folder. And then we're able to read, write, and execute and as the user, and then read and execute in the group, and then everyone else is not able to do anything. So if we were to sit here, I mean, we could technically try to check the contents of every folder. So if we did like ls8 la and then maybe here 00, you'll see then there's also a ton of files in here, right? You have some files that look like they're executables. You have some files you have a file here that looks like it's a hidden file. So if we were to do this for every single folder and check the contents of every single folder, then the stream would be a lot longer, and it would probably just be this one level, right? So it's been a while since I did this one, so bear with me if I don't remember the exact syntax. But what we're going to have to do is, and I'm probably going to cheat a little bit because it didn't say anything about the grep command. But if I remember the syntax properly, we can run the file command to get the information about the file type, but then we want to grep for anything that says ASCII text, right? So, and we want to do that for all files, for all file types or folders. So if I remember, and again, this been a while, so please don't flame me if I get it wrong. But I believe it is, well, first of all, we're going to do sudo. Well, we really don't need to do sudo since we're already in here, right? So we're going to do file, and then I believe it is wildcard / and then I think it was brackets, and then dot for hidden, and then the comma for any file that for basically like any file or anything, right? And then we have to close that out. And then from there we need to pipe it into grep, and we want to look for ASCII. So it's ASCII text bash file. Oh, I have to space it out. Space it out. Okay, that was wrong. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, I think I know. There should be another wildcard here, right? Is that right? Yep. Okay, so here we see we looked for the file that started with, we looked for any file, and then we wanted anything that returned ASCII text, because remember when we did file type before. So we know there are these files here that have some form of ASCII text, and then but then it also says with very long lines. So if I remember, so if we go back to, let's go back to the OverTheWire page, just so y'all can see what we saw from before. I'm going to stop sharing this screen, and then we're going to go back to here. So if you remember, it said it was human readable, and it was 1033 bytes in size, and it wasn't an executable file. So all we would have to do here is find the one that is 1033 in bytes, which I don't see at first glance. So hold on, let me come back here, since y'all we were looking at that. So come back. Okay, so at first glance, I don't see 1033. So what we can do is, I believe we can run this command again, and then grep for 1033. Was it 1033 or 1300? I'm dyslexic today. It was 1033. So okay, so I see 1038, but I don't see 10. I didn't see 1033. Now again, we can sift through this like this, which again would take up a lot of time, or we can. Hey, what's going on, Eric? Or what we can do is we can run. Not the same file, not the same one, but we could run that do command, right? So remember when we look through, actually, when we looked through it before, so let's just clear the screen real quick, and then let's just do man do, right? So remember, do estimates the file space usage. So what we would do is we would use do, and then we have to do dash dash b or a parent size or dash b. I think the command would be do dash b and then dash a for all files, right? I think that's the right command. So we'll go ahead and quit that. So now the command would be do, because we want to estimate the file size, dash b because we're looking for specific bytes, dash a because we're looking through all files, and then we need to pipe that into grep, and we're looking for 1033 bytes, which it already told us anyway, but here. But when you do that, you'll see it is in the folder maybe here 7, and it's hidden file 2. Okay. So that is how we would use that. So just to kind of recap, I messed up at first, but we looked up all the folders. As you can see, there are 19, or there's 20 folders, and then each folder. And if you're wondering, if you just hit up, if you just hit up, you can go back to your previous commands. And then every folder has a ton of different files in there. So we said if we had to look through 20 folders and look through the contents of every file, every hidden file in every folder, we would be here all night. So we then ran file, and we knew we were looking for ASCII text, so we had it grepped into that, and then we said we wanted to look for basically wildcards, and then we looked for hidden folders as well as any other file or document type and then we grep for ASCII text, and then when we typed that in, you see it gave us a bunch of information there. See, okay, yeah, it can be. So what we're doing is we're using the commands that were provided to us. I think the only cheat I used was grep this time. But if you look at the OverTheWire page, it told you to use. Oh well, you did do it. Find type F, readable, executable size. Okay. Yeah, you can do it that way too. All right. So like I said, so then we did. So after we did that whole crazy thing, we ran the do command, and then we told do to look for byte size data as well as for all, and we needed to grep for 1033, and it gave us maybe here. So again, if we cd into maybe here 07, and then we ls, and then we know it is in the hidden file 2, which you can't see, so we'll hit ls-la. So now if we cat dot file 2, our code is right here. Okay. All right. So we have our code. So we are on to the next one. So now we can exit. Let's clear our screen. And now we're going to go to level Bandit 6 or level 7. And we're going to paste our password. And now we are into the next one. So we're gonna go here, ls. So there's nothing there. We're gonna hit ls-la and get our hidden information. All right, let me see. I'm trying to remember this one. All right, so ls-la. Do we have to wait? Interesting. Where are we? So we're in the home directory of Bandit 6. I don't remember this one. Root. Interesting. Why don't I remember this one? Okay, so these are all the Bandit files, and then we back up. I think you have more files in this. Okay, all right, I see what you're saying. Okay, hold on. ls. I think I remember this. I don't remember. Hold on. Let me go back to let me check the OverTheWire page. Level 6, level 7. The password is somewhere on the server. It's owned by user Bandit 7, owned by group Bandit 6, and it's 33. Okay, so Bandit 7 owns the file. So I have to. Do I have to find? Hold on. If I want to find a file type, find. Okay. Oh, you said the dot slash? No, I was just backing up in general, but here let's try what you're saying. So let's just go back to CD home and then CD Bandit 6. Right? And but it says we know the file is owned by Bandit 7. Well, no, if you do, I meant to put dots. It says the owner of the file is in Bandit 7. Yes, that's what I was saying. Okay, that's what I was looking at. Okay. CD ls and then CD into Bandit 7. Right? Now if we hit ls-la, okay, we see a file that's owned by Bandit 8, but it's in the Bandit 7 group. Let's cat it anyway. Let's see. Let's see. It says we have read and write, so we should be able to cat data dot txt, no caps. Oh my gosh. Permission is denied. Okay. So it's owned by Bandit 8, but Bandit 7. Okay. So that is not it. Bloop-a-doop-a-doop. All right, so it's not in the Bandit 7 folder. Okay, so that's what I think we need to do. So let's back up. And so we were on the right track before when I was looking at the find. I think we're on the right track. We were on the right track. So, Canby, yes, you beat me to it. Find, you beat me to it. Well, actually, I was going to do find user Bandit 7, since we know the users in Bandit 7 and the group was Bandit 6. Fine. Oh, I did it wrong. It needs to go find space. Whole bunch of permission denied. What else? What other hint did it give? 33 bytes in size. That's 33 bytes in size. So we need to do find group, and then it was size. Permission denied. Okay. Let's see what you put. Fine. Okay. Let's see. let's see what you did, Canby. Because clearly. Okay, so you did find / home user Bandit group Bandit 6. Okay. Okay. Yours definitely came out a lot cleaner than mine. All right, so we see that all of those are home, Ubuntu. So these are all home files, right? And then mine was, okay, so these were run, sys, var, varlib, var cache, var temp. Yeah, no, okay. Where am I gonna be? All right, so what if we do, let's send the errors to, send errors to dev null, so we don't, so try to clean it up some.
Prepare to be spoiled, seaborn style. The attention, the pamphlet.
Okay. So my question is, why didn't we see, I mean, even though it was all messed up here, var, what did it say? Var lib, let's see what var lib info.
And prepare to come first. Seaborn, ultra luxury cruises and expeditions.
Okay. So we had to send it, yep, do the same command you did with a pen. Yep, there it is. All right. So we sent so we sent all the errors to dev null, and now we have our location. So actually we'll just copy that, and then we'll just cat. And there's our password. So there it is. I forgot how annoying they start to get. All right, so moving on to level 7, we're going to paste our selection, or level 8. All right, so now we are here at level 8. And then the hint for level 8 says the password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt next to the word millionth. And it says we need to use the man page. We're going to use grep. We're going to do sort. We're going to look for unique strings, base 64. Oh, there's going to be so it's a whole new level of commands we're going to be learning. So if we start with, let's see, does it give us any information? Nope, it says it's next to the word million. So I'm thinking it's a cat, so we're gonna cat the file called data.txt, and we're gonna grep the word millionth. So we probably won't need to use a whole lot of stuff. So let's see. ls, okay, so we're gonna cat. Actually, let's see what it looks like first. Cat data.txt. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of words here. It's not alphabetical or anything like that. So it's a whole bunch of blah. All right. Okay, cool. So we know what it looks like. So now if we say, we know we're looking for the word million. So we're going to say cat. So we're going to say cat data.txt, and we're going to pipe it. And we're going to say, why does my cat keep turning on? We're going to grep, and we're looking for the word million. And now when we do that, we get our code right there. Okay, so we didn't have a whole bunch of commands. All right, so we'll do that. We'll hit clear, and now we're gonna move on to level 9. And hit paste. All right. So we're moving along. All right, so now we're gonna look for level 9 says, and let me just switch so y'all can read along with me. It says the password for the next level is stored in a data file. TXT only occurs once. Commands you may need to solve this level: grep, sort, unique, strings, base64, tr, tar, gzip, bzip, xxd. Okay, piping and redirection. So we know piping already. And they said it's the only line that occurs. It's the only line of text that occurs only once. So that tells me we're going to probably grep, and we're also going to use unique because we're going to look for a unique string of code. All right. So let's go back and replace our screen sharing to go back where we were. Come back over here. All right, so let's clear our screen. We're going to hit ls. So we know we have the data.txt again. And we see it's a whole bunch of stuff here. Obviously, we're not going to sit here and go through every line to see which lines get repeated and which lines don't. So in order to do that now, what we're going to do is we're going to run the sort command. So we're going to clear this so we don't need to see all of that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say sort data.txt, and then we're going to pipe it into unique and look for unique characters or unique lines. So what we're telling is we're going to say, hey, read this data.txt file and sort through it and only give us stuff that's unique. So basically we're telling it what line only pops up once. And when we do that, we are going to get this. So now for those who are watching and asking, okay, are you really going to, why is it not showing? Why is it, can y'all see my screen? Let's stop screen sharing and then come back. For me, it just looked like a blank screen, so that's why I stopped. So for those who are asking, or if are we really going to use all of these? There are times where you will use these commands. You're going to use the find command a lot. You're going to use grep a lot. You're going to use sort data a lot, especially if you start looking. Okay, appreciate it, Canby. Especially if you're looking for certain information or sifting through like logs and stuff like that. You're definitely going to use a lot of these commands. Some of these commands you probably won't use as much, but you will use several of these. So we'll go ahead and exit, and now we will get to level 10. So it says Bandit 9, but it's level 10. So we'll paste our clipboard. And we are in. If we look over here, it says the password is stored in file data.txt and one of the few human readable strings preceded by several equal characters, which that usually tells me that indicates that it is base 64. So we're probably going to use base 64 to decode it, or we're gonna grep, since it said it's looking for a bunch of files. Actually, let's just start with what we can see first. Okay, so we'll clear the screen, and then we're gonna cat data.txt up, and it looks like it is encrypted or encoded or what have you. It's just a whole bunch of gobbledygook. And they said, says it's followed by a bunch of equals. So I'm assuming it's probably somewhere here. But again, we can't read it, right? Oh, actually, we may have cheated a little bit. But let's do it the way it was intended, right? So we see it here, but let's do it the way we were told to do it. So what we're going to do is
Because obviously, you know, like plenty of things I do in person. But let me go check. So that you train distance.
So let's go with. We need to find human readable text, right? So we know that up there is human readable. So if we need to look for human readable, that would be using the strings command. So we're going to do strings data.txt, and then we are going to pipe into the grep command, and let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4 hit space. So now, if you look, it says there's a series of equal signs, right? So we did 4 equal signs. So now it's grepping. So it says the password is here. So what it did was it found all the human readable text that wasn't this garbage here, and it created a sentence. It said the password is this password here, which was what we already saw. But again, we wanted to do it the way it was intended. So we'll go ahead and exit out. We'll clear, and then we will do Bandit 10. So this will probably be the last one. Like I said, it was going to be a short stream today. I had a meeting that kind of went over, but I wanted to, get on here. And again, I don't think we're going to do all of them, because what I'm thinking is we'll probably switch over, and I want to show you guys the Haiku platform as well. But I think we might get halfway. So we'll probably, if there's 35 levels, we'll probably get to 16 or 17. So we're at 11. We're at level 11 now. But like I said, we got about 5 minutes before I gotta drop off. So anyway, this one says this one is in the same data.txt file, but it contains base 64. So we're like I said, we're probably gonna decode base 64. But let's just go ahead and do cat data.txt. And as you can see here, this is the file here. And then usually, like I said, base 64 is, when you're working with files or encoding, anything that's usually any characters that usually have like 2 equal signs following it, that's usually a clear indication of base 64. So this is going to be fairly simple to do. All we have to do is basically say we want to decode this this line. So we're going to do base 64, and then we're going to do -d for decode, and we're going to call data.txt, and here's our password. So that one was simple enough. And again, base 64 decode is something you will use fairly often, especially when you're doing like web app testing and you get some stuff in base 64. All right, so let's go to level 12. No problem, Canby. Like I said, we got about 3 more minutes. So let's see if we can speed run here. All right. So level 12 says password is stored in data.txt where all lowercase and all uppercase have been rotated. So this looks like we're going to be doing rot 13. Is that what we're doing? I think we're going to be doing rot 13. So, and how do we do that one? It says the thing says all lowercase a through z and all uppercase have been rotated by 13 positions. So we have to cat the file, and then we have to use the, is it TR? I think it's TR for translate, right? So let's check. So we'll hit clear, and then we're going to do man TR. Yep, translate or delete characters. Okay, so the description quickly says translate, squeeze, and or delete characters from standard input writing to standard output. String 1 and string 2 specify arrays of characters, array 1 and array 2 that control the action. And then you said you could use the complement of array 1 or you can delete. All right, so if I'm remembering this clearly, first let's go ahead and cat data.txt to see what it looks like. And it looks like this. Okay, now you could sit here, since you know it's a rot 13, and basically say, okay, 13 from G and all of that, and write it down and do like old school. But we have a computer, so we're going to do it with a computer. So if I remember how to do that again, we're going to cat data.txt, and then we are going to pipe, and we're going to say translate. And then I think it is it A through Z, A through Z, single quotes, right? And then we just have to remember what the rot 13 is. So we would go B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Yep. So A would equal N, and then there's 26 letters in the alphabet. So that would be N through Z. I think so. I think we're about to find out. So we're going to space, and then we're going to do another one, and then we're going to do N through Z, and then A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. So A through M. Right? And then again, and then lowercase N through Z, and then A through M for lowercase. I think that's right. Hit enter. Up. Yep. Yep, we did it. All right. So the password is, and then only, like I said, then we can find out because we can hit exit, and then we'll do Bandit 12, and then type the password in. Ooh, nope, that's not right. Did I do it? Did I do it backwards? Crap. I don't remember the previous password. I rushed through it. Oh, what's going on, Ty? Oh, man. I just messed up big time. I just messed up big time. I'm stopping it now. Well, we're already at 7:32. So I really got to start where did I put it? Oh crap.
Yeah, I mean, they both.
Oh jeez. I messed up. I messed up.
Still hunting him down though.
I messed up. And I told myself I was going to, at the last level we were done with, I was going to save the password so that I didn't run into the problem that I ran into this when I started the stream, where I had to start it all over again. But I didn't expect to go into the next level and then get it backwards. So we're gonna call it a night for that. Note to self: everybody, make sure you type in your passwords. Actually, let's do this real quick. Let's see if we can. Crap. Crap. Okay. Well, so the next time we come on here, I'm gonna have to review these again just to kind of get the password to see where we left off, or I'm just gonna have to rewind the video and find it. But I lost the password, so that's all right. It's 7:30. I got to drop off. I guess I just wanted to hop on here and do a quick stream. So we've been streaming for about an hour now. I think that's good. Tomorrow I'll see if I can get on. If I do get on, it'll be after 6:30 or so because we do have esports practice. And I think that's what we'll probably do. I'll probably come on tomorrow, and then this way we can finish. Like I said, I'm not going to do all 35 levels, at least not right now, because we want to get back into it. So I'll probably finish up, and then we'll look at haiku for a little bit, and then this way it'll clear us for next Monday to do go back to try hack me and do the Windows fundamentals. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So we'll go ahead and drop off from now. I'll come back on tomorrow for probably another short stream tomorrow. And that will wrap up. Hopefully that'll wrap up this portion of it. And then we'll save our VMs. Remember, we'll back up our VMs and clone them and make sure that they're good to go, because we'll be coming back to them when we get back to the pen testing, when we get to the pen testing section. All right. So, all right. It is now 7:36. I'm going to get out of here, start closing up shop, and get home. Got a long day tomorrow. So thank y'all. Hope you enjoy the rest of your night. If you do come on tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow. If not, I will see you next week. If you like what you're doing, if you like what we are doing, again, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video wherever you're watching, and share the content. So like I said, so tomorrow we have esports practice. Probably won't stream the practice because we're going to be working on some stuff for Friday's match, but we'll be back on. Like I said, we'll be back on for a quick stream tomorrow evening after 6. Thursday I'll probably be on. Actually, yeah, I forgot about Thursday, so I might be on Thursday too. We'll probably do that and then probably get into a little bit of Minecraft, since that'll be some free time. And then Friday we have our esports match at 4. I'm gonna try to stream that as well. So again, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find these the passwords. But thank you. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Camby, thank you for co-piloting and helping with some of these commands. And I will see y'all tomorrow. All right. Take care. Be safe. Have a good night.